Hi, I'm Kgantshe Tau. I'm an account director at Saatchi Saatchi, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing our managing director. Let's get into it. You've had over 18 years experience in this industry. So what's kept you in this industry for so long? We always say, is it the challenges, the people, is it the work? What's kept you in it for so long?
Yeah, I think for me, simply passion. But passion around people. Because people are the core asset of any business.
There must be a single moment that you look back at and you're like, yeah, this is what stood me apart from my colleagues, and it's attributed to where you are today. Like, can you tell us about that one moment, like when you look back?
So the day when I realized, or when I pivoted, was the day when I decided to bring my authentic self to work.
And I'm going to keep bringing my authentic self
to work.
And
you should.
Yeah, thank you.
Because
thank you for that.
It's all about that. I mean, we talk about diversity in the workplace, but diversity is so broad. For me, the core of diversity is authenticity. Authenticity of self in the workplace and a community of people who are authentically themselves.
What do you think, Publicis is doing for both women and yourself to ensure that we are striving, in the advertising space?
You know this as much as I do. We are spoiled for choice when it comes to Publicis Group in that regard. The one thing you might not know is that when we look at the percentage of females in the workforce within Publicis, it's approximately 50 or approximately 60%. And of those, 59% are actually women or females in leadership positions.
I didn't know that. What would you say are some of the most challenging things about your position?
How do we consistently keep ourselves honest and mobilize around a very client-centric approach in a forever changing landscape?
So you are quite passionate about women empowerment. Yeah. So like some instances, we don't feel like we belong. We feel, we feel the need to be quite submissive in a boardroom full of men. Like, what would you say to that?
I have seen women in the industry, including myself, and how we let ourselves down. And when I say that, we second guess ourselves. We second guess whether our voice is going to be heard. And we have very powerful women in our country in this industry. It is not only a one thing, it's our responsibility to impart, to help nurture and to grow the next generation of women leaders. You should be part of it because you already are in my books.
I think it also goes back to the point you made earlier about being your authentic self. Like if we as women come to work as our authentic selves, that also does quite a lot.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Just be who you are. You're not a man. So don't pretend to be one. Don't pretend to speak like one or to show up like one. Just be who you are. Yeah. Bring your qualities to work.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, speaking of qualities, what are the skills and qualities that you have identified within yourself that have led you to where you are today? Like what would you say those are?
Within Saatchi as well as the broader Publicis Group, we very much take a people-first approach. We talk about client centricity, we talk about people. But clients are also people, but it starts at home with our people. But it's also about having the hunger to keep your finger on the pulse, know what's coming, know what is happening, so you can be a step ahead.
Just being in the know.
Absolutely. Gen Z terms.
I think moving on to the last question, I know, I have goals and aspirations of being on that side of the couch one day, so what is the one departing insight that you could pass on to me and other, females out there that want to be in this position to say this is an insight that for sure, so that we don't have to learn it the hard way,
I think simply forge your own path. Sometimes people don't realize is that the greatest act of courage is to be unwavering when it comes to who you are and your convictions.
And on that note, that's how we close it. Thank you so much. I think this is so fruitful, and this was great, honestly.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.